Over the past several years, I've bestowed awards I've dubbed the Empties. Empty stands for empty suit. The dubious honor of winning an Empty requires achieving an extraordinary level of incompetence. Nonetheless, there is no shortage of nominees. The Empty honor has generally been reserved for business executives. Politicians have been excluded primarily because gauging the level of incompetence requires at least one person in your peer group to have set a benchmark for competence. The selection criteria are random. Typically, the winners are people who have annoyed me the most. Very little thought goes into the process, and the categories are capricious, with one exception, the Lifetime Achievement Award. With that, this year's winners are: Goldman Sachs CEO Lloyd Blankfein wins the Mother Teresa Award, not for the odd physical resemblance he bears to her, but for his selfless acts of humanitarianism. In a Times of London profile, Blankfein described his role at Goldman Sachs as doing God's work. The comment was apparently said in jest, but I suspect Lloyd suffered from a bout of religious dyslexia. Think about it. It's funny. The management of AIG wins the If Only We Were Paid What We Were Worth award. Shortly after requiring a $182 billion bailout from the government, the company announced plans to pay bonuses to the very business unit that was at the forefront of facilitating the global financial meltdown. CEO Edward Liddy was quick to offer the classic Wall Street rationale. Failure to retain these top-notch specialists will impact our performance. And perhaps Mr. Liddy has a point. Obviously, the seven-figure salaries AIG paid prior to the collapse were inadequate. Had the company offered 8 figures, we might have avoided the mess entirely. In the category of most compromising pictures of one's boss, the winner is Jeff Zucker, the head of NBC Universal. Despite a decline in his company's fortunes that rivaled that of the U.S. auto industry, Jeff managed to secure a 3-year contract extension before General Electric unloaded NBC to Comcast. Not long ago, Zucker was considered a programming genius. Of course, that was when NBC's lineup consisted of Friends, Seinfeld, and anything but Jay Leno at 10 o'clock. Under Zucker's masterful stewardship, NBC's ratings had fallen for 7 straight seasons, and the network now even trails Fox. With a record like that, can chairman of the board be far behind? And finally, the honor no one has been waiting for, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Meeting the standard set by last year's winner, Bernie Madoff, is a challenge. But at least the personal stature of this year's recipient is equivalent to Madoff's madness. This year's winner is the Prince of Par, Tiger Woods. You might wonder why an athlete was chosen. I refer back to my primary selection criteria, annoying me. Being a Jack Nicklaus fan, Tiger Woods has annoyed me since the day the world anointed him the world's greatest golfer. This, by the way, occurred before he ever hit a shot as a pro. But to give my selection the pretense of plausibility, it was Tiger's gargantuan fall from grace that won him this year's honor. As a billion-dollar endorsement machine, his hazardous behavior has cost him more than the price of a garage full of Buicks. Now, Tiger Woods is a great golfer, but the greatest? Consider this. Nicklaus played against the likes of Watson, Player, and Trevino, men who collectively won 21 majors. None of Tiger's peers have won more than 3. More damning, Tiger, the consummate frontrunner, has never come from behind to win a major. In my book, that ability is the mark of true greatness.